Howdy, howdy, this is Crafty Grinding back with one of my Arena Cutoff videos for Marvel Contest of Champions. As requested by a couple of you in the comments section, I've decided to try another round two results video. What did we learn edition? Basically, I've never really done, I only did one other round two results video. Typically, I do the round one results video as part of the round two predictions video, but never do I come back and do a round two results. And I think it can be valuable to do this just because it'll show us what, how the results, how are the trends that the trend analysis tools that I'm using actually play out, and then what can we learn for future arenas. So we'll go ahead and I'll try it with this one as requested. And if you guys like it and if you watch it and like it, then it'll probably continue them. If not, no big deal. We won't do them in the future. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the results. So round two results. So the four-star feature came in at 7.34 million, with the top 10% tier landing at 4.08 million. The cable came in for the top 10% to get cable came in at 3.8 million, with the 11 to 25% tier cutoff at 1.62 million. And then the cutoff for the top 10% in the three-star feature Spider-Man Symbiote Arena came in at 699,000, just under 7, and the 11 to 25% tier came in at 408,000. So, how did my predictions do? Well, compared to the last round, did much better this time, and that's usually the case. Once we kind of figure out where everybody's slotted and what it looks like, round two predictor tool confidence goes up, and it's confirmed this time around. As you can see, it's almost a verbatim copy, but not exactly. There was a little buff, especially here. It was a couple 100,000 up in the four-star feature, but that is, for a four-star feature, that's still within 10%. When I look at success is it higher? Is it at or higher than the cutoff? You don't want to be below the cutoff. If the prediction's below, guess what? You don't get the champ. But if the prediction is at or slightly above within 10%, that's success. And so you can see for the top 800 in the four-star feature, we was like 7 or 8%, and the top 10% was just above the what was it 408. So that one is a success. And then with cable came right on the number. 3.8 million was 3.8 million. I was almost closer to 3.9, but I didn't put an exact number here. So we'll go ahead and give myself credit on that one, and especially since 11 to 25% came in right around 1.6. And this one was 1.65. As you can see for the three, so that one too was a success. And the top 10% for the three-star feature came in at 700. My prediction was at 710, and you saw the number was at 699. And the 11 to 25% was at 575. So these two were also a success. So yeah, much better with round two results. And I would hope that the trend analysis could do that because it really locks and loads. There's a lot of uncertainty for round one, especially like, did I get the four-star basic sentiment right read? Like X23, there's a lot of debate right now. If you check out my round one predictions for that, like, is she truly a high level or is she more like a mid interest, like a cable kind of thing? So I called her out as a high. We'll see, but like second round is always a lock and low. But there are still some learnings, even if the predictions came in close, or if not right exactly on. So what were the actual learnings on this one? The old champs feature four-star, 15 to 20% bump in the second round. So as I was looking at the numbers, it seems like every time you have an old champ as a four-star feature, that second round there's consistently a 15 to 20% bump in that cutoff, and that trend continues to cement here. It happened again. It's 11 times in a row now that old champ is always 15 to 20% higher. It's just that's the trend, guys. It's pretty easy. Every time old champ, just plug it in there pretty much. It seems until now anomalies, exceptions can occur, so we got to kind of get the read on that one, and hopefully we get lucky to call it. But it's going to be hard to bounce off an 11 times in a row kind of trend. Same thing with the not as strong though with the four-star basic. Anytime we have a mid-interest champ, the second round increase trend continues to occur as well. Again, not as many, not as consistently as 11 times. Plus, there just hasn't been 11 mid-interest champs yet. There's been something like 9 of them, but out of the last 7, 5 of them, including the last 3 or 4, have been around that 10% bump for the four-star basic champ between the first round to second round. So another kind of thing. These trends are continue to hold. These are trends I can take into my predictions the next time these events occur. And lastly, the three-star feature, 11 to 25% tier, appears to have normalized. Remember, the last two um, old three-star feature champs had some goofy 11 to 25% tier cutoffs, like much higher than that 400,000 range that typically had occurred. There was one at 500, and then one almost a couple, like 20, 30,000 lower than the final milestone reward. And then with the milestone reward of actually, once you finish that, was just above to get the champ, there was only like a small range between 10% and 11%. So very weird. And at least it appears to have normalized this time around. So something to keep our eye on the next time we get around to an old champ as a three-star feature champ. But we'll, at least based off what we've seen here, it seems to normalize two or three more times, and it guaranteed then we can definitely say it's normalized. It appears to, but we need a couple more occurrences in a row to make sure that trend it holds and it doesn't go back to those goofy 5 to 600,000 cutoffs for the 11 to 25% here. So anyway, those were some of the key things that I saw coming out of this, and then I'll take it to future predictions where we have an old four-star, three-star champ and a mid champ, mid interest four-star basic champ. So anyway, hopefully this was interesting for you and something that you wanted me to continue to make. Like I said, I'm trying this again based off a couple asks from the community. So if you do like it, I really appreciate you hitting that like button and let me know about it in the comment section. Plus, any questions or anything else that I might have missed that you think based off of these results I want to carry over to future prediction videos. And of course, if you like these videos and others that I have in the channel, would really appreciate a subscribe. Other than that, thanks for stopping by and have a great day.